10 years ago, I was, hoping that we would have exactly this. With time, things fade all the time, but for some reason, I just still am so madly in love with this guy. And the picture I had in my head of our future with having a family.
Yeah.
And we have that now. We have 2 beautiful children, and it is exactly the life that I dreamt of.
One of our first conversations within the first month was like, do you want to have children in the future? Like, what is your future look like? I think that's kind of why we continued, because we both wanted the same thing. We both wanted a family. We both wanted to be dads.
And our whole relationship has been a roller coaster of emotions when it comes to marriage equality. Our whole relationship has been a fight to have equality, for everyone else. And being a public figure, a gay public figure, it was important for us to share our message of love. Usually we're pretty private people, but we knew that we wanted everyone to see our relationship, because you really don't change your opinion until you know a gay couple.
You got what I need. I'm thinking that there's no cool in this heat.
We realized that it wasn't about us per se. It was about the bigger picture of just showing a normal couple that just happens to be gay, and it's not this crazy different thing, this scary thing, especially to the so many people out there who don't know gay people, or at least are not familiar with it. And just to show it's no different than any other couple. We just happen to be the same sex.
Yeah.
And that's literally the only difference.
And originally we discussed, maybe we shouldn't get married until everyone is allowed to get married. We'll wait, because it didn't seem fair. California did, pass, and we were able to legally get married in our state, but until it was federally recognized, we're like, no, let's just wait. But then we knew, wait a minute, no, let's show people that we can get married and give people hope out there.
Yeah, and hopefully that would then help move the compass forward into making it federal, which, right thereafter.
We're not saying that our wedding special made marriage equality legal federally, but we're saying it could have helped.
For sure. Absolutely.
And when it comes to the wedding, you grow up looking at your parents' wedding and your friends and all these traditions that you grow up with. And we're like, well, what traditions do we keep and what traditions do we want to change? Because we're kind of at the forefront of this new world where 2 guys and 2 girls can get married, and do we change some things just to kind of make it more for our community? Who walks down the aisle? Who goes first? Just all those little things that have just never been done before in our eyes. There was no wedding dress, right? So we're like, well, what if we make the flower girls have the wedding dresses on? So we had our friend who's a designer create these beautiful kind of wedding dress adjacent flower girl dresses.
For 3 of our girlfriends who just happen to be Sports Illustrated models, as you do.
Yeah. And looking at traditions of weddings, I grew up Southern Baptist. He grew up Jewish. I love traditions, so I wanted to add some kind of those elements. We didn't want to knock you over the head with too much religion. We did have the a chuppah.
We had a chuppah, got married under a chuppah.
Yeah, we did the lift us in the chair. What is that called?
We did the hora.
That was fun. That was my number 1 that I wanted in the wedding. I had to do that.
Oh, and our ring bearers were just 2 good friends of ours, 2 of our best friends.
And our dogs carried.
And our dogs had rings on their little necks coming down the aisle.
The gay community's always been the trendsetters. Always. We're the artists. So it's fun to kind of flip it on its head a little bit.
Yeah. In terms of marriage, just don't sweat the small stuff. You can have get little fights here and there, and those little things build up that ultimately mean nothing, And that's how you get resentful over time. You just build stupid things that don't matter, and it's just a moment. And once that moment's gone, so is just be happy and move on. You know what I mean? And that's kind of my mantra in life now.
We're still the yin and yang. I'm still the one that has just all the crazy, ideas, and especially with kids, because I just want to give them the best memories ever. You dream of, taking them to Disney for the first time, and, the first day of school, and I want to make sure you have that picture of them holding hands with their backpacks, all these things that you just dream of. And then you realize like nothing's ever gonna be perfect. Like you're never gonna recreate what other people
I
have
know, and
created.
every party, want to do the biggest thing. I'm like, listen, they're 2 years old. They're not going to remember this. Like, it's not about that. Let's just have a little moment for us and them, and that's it. Listen, when they get older, we can do that. He's setting the bar way too high, way too young.
I'll have like, the first photo shoot and like my son's hair will be just messed up. I'm like, we didn't comb his hair to this. Now we're stuck with that one picture for the rest of his life.
And
His
I'm
hair's
like,
down his face.
this is our beautiful picture of our son, and all you can think about are his bangs. I'm like, well, let's focus on the bigger picture here, and not the little hair that's to the side.
It's gonna live with him forever.